Court has just adjourned in Moscow, Idaho. Bryan Kohberger's defense team is arguing, we can't have this trial here. Everybody here is against him. We have to change venue. The case, of course, the brutal stabbings, the murders of 4 college kids. Will it be moved to another county? Would that make a difference? Should it happen? Well, the residents have said if this dude is acquitted, we will burn this place down. That is not helpful to keeping the case there. So, can he get a fair trial? Will it be moved? The judge considered just that. NewsNation senior national correspondent Brian Entin has been in court all day. What is the 411?
Well, the decision didn't come, Chris. It was a long hearing, started bright and early this morning, just wrapped up a little while ago, and the judge said he needs to think it over. He said it's one of the hardest decisions he'll ever have to make in his professional career. That's the way he put it. The defense says there is no way that Bryan Kohberger gets a fair trial in Moscow. They said there's a mob mentality here. They said that there's been too much media coverage, that everybody knows about the case. And then they had an expert on today, Chris, who talked about something interesting, that there's a fear and intimidation factor, that even if they think they get a jury that is fair and unbiased, if that jury decides to acquit Kohberger, would they decide they're too nervous to do it because then they'd have to come back out into the community, people would know who they were, they would be shunned. They said that's another reason that they need to move it. Prosecution wants it to stay. Families of the victims want it to stay. They think it should happen here. I spoke to Kaylee Gonzalez's parents and brother about the reason they want it to stay, and also what it's like for them to be in that little courtroom, once again, so close to the man accused of killing their kids. Take a listen.
It's hard. It gets harder for me.
Is it hard? Like not to look at him, or do you try to just listen to what they're saying? Or?
I look at him. I you know, especially when he walks in, you know, well, I'll look right at him. I'm just dying for him to look over, make eye contact.
Do you think they could find a fair jury here?
We know they can, and we've actually asked and done the interviews ourselves, and they have to find 12 people plus some people on the side, you know, some substitutes. But yeah, they can find 12 people that haven't made their mind up.
Yeah, that haven't made that's not that hard.
And you know, Chris, if they
Brian,
move the trial to Boise, it's about 5.5 hours away. No, he didn't say. We don't know how long it's going to take, but with the families, they're concerned, you know, if they move it to Boise 5.5 hours away, they've got to uproot their lives. A 3-month trial. Which is it's going to be a lot for these families, you know, especially if they can't even be where they live.
Yeah. Brian, appreciate it. Thank you for getting that interview. Thank you for getting the information. We'll see what the ruling is, and we'll reconvene at that time.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at the legalities. Randy Zelin has been both a prosecutor and a criminal defense attorney, so let's bounce the different issues here off one another. Randy, him saying it's one of the hardest decisions he's ever had to make, well, then he's had a pretty good run. Because if he makes a ruling that he believes it's fair, how hard is it to get a ruling like that overturned, and what are the factors?
Well, let's take a step back. I think I give the judge a lot of credit for being so honest, because truly the easy decision is the difficult one, which is, okay, let's move it 300 miles away. More people, more of a likelihood that we can find 12 people in alternates who are not going to burn the courthouse down. That's the tough decision, because it also sets a precedent. But to your point, let's look legality. Let's look both sides of the aisle. First, let's start with the Constitution. We have the Fifth Amendment and the Sixth Amendment. The Sixth Amendment cuts both ways for both the prosecution and the defense. The good news for the defense is you are entitled to a jury that is going to be fair and impartial. Bad news, Sixth Amendment says we should try cases in the district, in the place where the criminal offense conduct took place. Then you have the Fifth Amendment. You want to take my life? You want to take my liberty? You damn well better give me due process. And then finally, we wrap it up by a very simple question. Pretrial publicity. Will the pretrial publicity so taint the jury, so infect the jury? Is it a reasonable certainty, a reasonable likelihood that those jurors now cannot be fair, cannot be impartial? And by the way, The negative pretrial publicity is not in and of itself enough. We learned that. Jeff Skilling will tell you how well he did in the Enron case. Great. Pretrial publicity, bad. Boo-hoo for you. You then have to connect it to the jurors like, I cannot be fair and impartial as a result of the pretrial publicity.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.